Looks like we're running a little bit late. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Hello, Sarah. What's going on? We're just setting up the show. Hey, Sarah. Hold on. Julianne. Hi, Julianne. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Well, whoa, slow down. Hold on, I only just switched it on. Hold on. Lisa Marie, hi. Yeah, hi, Lisa Marie. Okay, I want to just get the names down for records. Lori Stott, okay. Lori St. I'm going to call you Lori St. Oh, okay, you want to read. Okay. All right, there you go. Tanya, what's going on? Tanya Karin. Tanya Q. I'm just going to call you Tanya Q. Okay, hope you don't mind. Humayara Rahman. That sounds Indian. Humayara. Humayara. As you can tell, I don't speak Indian very well. Dylan Rush. Dylan, I'm just going to put you Dylan R. I hope you don't mind. Constance Morgan. I'm waiting. Hi, Constance. God, waiting for what? Delia. Did I get you, Delia? No. I now got you now. Delia Hogan. Good evening, Delia Hogan. Rohit, good evening. Hi, hello to the whole of India. The whole of India. Rohit, you are now the representative of the whole of the Indian nation. Rohit. And I said I owe you a reading, okay? Lisa Marie, I got you. Booty. I know Booty because we figured out your name is actually kind of a pun. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Lisa, let's see. Let's just see. I don't know. I know Lisa wants one. These are all people who want one. I know. Ivona. Hello, Ivona. Walking in slow. Lori, I got you there. Hello. Chaos Menagerie. That sounds like one of those wilderness farms or one of those big animal parks where somebody left the key off the gate and everybody escaped. Chaos Menagerie. Okay, yeah, well, there you go. Hey, Shiny Star. Shiny Star. That's a great name for tarot. So you're a tarot person. Oh my God, we've got one in the house tonight, people. Hey, people, it's not just tarot illumination, okay? This is tarot illumination. We also have Shiny Star in the house. So if you want backup readings, alternate readings, like a reality check in with Shiny Star, okay? Wallflower 3, triple wallflower. Wallflower. I don't know what the 3 means, but that's your problem. Carrie Peas. Carrie Peas. Carrie P. Okay, I hope that's all right. Hope you don't mind. Hello, Christina. Hello. M. Knox. Uh-oh. I think I gave you one recently. I have to be careful because I'm very, very limited on resources at the moment. Trina, good evening. Trina V. Okay, and Lolly B. Good evening, Lolly B. Lollipops B. So I don't know who's going to get readings or not, honestly. Rodarius. That is one heck of a name. I'm just going to put Rodarius, okay? Hope you don't mind. Excuse me. Hold on. Let's get the names. Rodarius, okay? And then all the other bits, forget it. Little Cat. Monique. Good evening, Monique. I'm just going to say Little Cat because that's what comes on the screen, and I can't tell otherwise. Hey, what's up, people? Tanya, Sarah, let's see that Lolly B. Lisa Marie, okay. Did I get Sarah Cassie? Did I get Sarah Cassie? No, I don't think I did. I got Sarah. This is a different Sarah with 2 R's. Sarah C. Okay, hold on. I'm running out of space. Courtney Savoy. I think I got you. Didn't I? No, I guess I didn't. I'm not. Hold on. I gotta get all this. Sukunti. Sukunti P. Okay. Hold on. I've got to keep track of the names. Courtney Savoy. Courtney Savoy. Okay. And did I get you, Marilyn? No, I didn't. I don't think I did. Marilyn, good evening. Hi. Good evening, everybody. Katie Elizabeth. Katie Elizabeth. Yes. Good evening. Katie Elizabeth. Sound like you're related to the Queen of England. When Ms. Mazzola. Ms. Zola. Okay. Hold on. Sharon Teo. Whoa. Sharon T. I didn't get you earlier. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Nadia. I can't say the last. I don't know how to say the last name, Nadia. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just going to put Nadia B. Okay. Indigo Child. Hello, my lovely Indigo Child. Are you an Indigo baby? Indigo Child. Of course, you all know that Terra Lumination is an Indigo baby. I could figure out calculus when I was 3 years old. Yeah. It was so easy. Happy-go-lucky's here. Happy-go-lucky. I'm just going to put happy-go. It's too much room otherwise. You take up too much space. Donna Battle. Good evening, Donna. Good evening to Donna. Hey, there's a bunch of newbies here tonight. A bunch of new names. People. All right, let's have a look. Oh, yeah. I don't know who all these... Hold on. Oh, Trish, that's a little song by the famous, amazing rock star. The song in the background is, there's a very famous pop star who wrote that song and who's performing it live in the other side of the office right now. And it's called Terra Lumination. So, there you go. You ask the question, you get the answer. That's what we do here. Yeah. So Trish B, I think I got your name earlier, didn't I? No, I guess I didn't. Trish B, thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for pointing out about Terra Lumination album. We have to talk about that. Allegory. That sounds French. Allegory. I don't know how to say it. Guillery. Maybe it's just allegory. Allegory. Okay. Hey, yeah, All Sun's in the house, folks. Watch out, All Sun's in the house. All Sun is an aspiring, budding psychic, and he does what he does. So I'm just saying, just be careful what you guys, whatever you're thinking, seeing, smelling, sensing, feeling. All Sun's on it already. Okay, so I'm just saying, like, watch out for All Sun tonight. Okay, and who's the other person? Shiny Star. Watch out for Shiny Star. Okay, Shiny Star is a tarot person apparently, and All Sun is like a psychic sleuth. Okay, so there you go. All right, so there you go. And Jake's in the house. Jake, welcome. Jake, my mate. Jake, my mate. My mate Jake from Allstate. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Woo! Candy One. Hello, Candy One. Number one. Candy number one. We'll just put that as number one. Do, 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 do. Yo. Yo, Jake. Yo. Hey, Primary. What's that? What's all that, Ingrid? Primary is in the house. I forgot to put you there. Yeah. Oh, I did not put you on there. I'm sorry, Christina. Dang, we're supposed to be meeting soon. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna 2 months in holding for a reading. What? Oh, that's not fair. Happy go. I'm sorry. That's just not fair. Okay, you know that I'm cherry picking. I have, you know, it's all about like who do you know in this business with Terra Lumination. It's all about who you know. It's like it's all about special favors, you know, trying to like greasing the wheels, you know, connections. It's all about having the right connections here at Terra Lumination. You know, like the special people. You know, we're special. You know, so there you go. Hold on. Indigo and your child needs chocolate, folks. Just letting you know. Jake Farm is selling auto insurance tonight, by the way. In case any of you guys need auto insurance, house insurance, fire, tornado, hurricane, flooding, Jake's got it. Okay? Jake's got it. Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Jake. I just saw that. Yeah, you got the hint, baby. Now you're playing it. Now I get it. How do you know I'm wearing khakis? Actually, I wear khakis almost all the time. Okay, hold on. I'm missing names here. Hold on. Yes, I do need auto insurance if I had a car. I'm not in good shape with cars at the moment. Hold on. What's happening with that music? I think I heard that already. Giggles? Yeah, we need Giggles. Where's Giggles? And where is Precious? Where is Giggles? Where is Precious? Waiting for Giggles, waiting for Precious. Holding down the house. Holding down the house. Yeah. Anyone need Reiki? Yeah. Jenna, do it for all of us. Yay. We need group Reiki. Jenna, where is it? Jenna, what? You're doing Reiki? Where did I get you? Did I get Jenna? Where's Jenna? Oh, I hope I got your name on there. Okay, well, I forgot. So Jenna's in the house. Jenna does Reiki, so I'm going to put a star by that as well. Okay. Andrea, group Reiki. Yeah, I'm telling you, S. Lewis. S. Lewis. And who was the other one? Hey, Jeff. What's up, Jeff? I see you. Hold on. Andrea M. and Jeff L. Andrea M. and Jeffrey. Hi, Jeffrey. How are you doing? I'll just put the whole name. Jeffrey L. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Super hyper talented. Super talented. Will of heaven. S. Lewis does Reiki too. Hold on. S. Lewis does Reiki. Wait a minute. This is freaky Reiki. Freaky Reiki. You do Reiki too. And there's another person, Diana. I don't know if she's here tonight, but Diana does Reiki as well. So we got kind of a freaky Reiki group to here tonight, and maybe more. There's probably a bunch of like stalkers out there, and you know how there's like people who come and watch the show, but they're too scared to sign in because they're probably in stealth mode, or they're just like, you know, peeping toms. It's okay. We understand, you know, but to really get in the vibe here, you really got to log in, sign in, and make friends, okay? It's kind of like a big campfire, you know that. And of course, if you guys want to hang outside the campfiring, that's fine. But most of the time, it's so much more fun when we all hang out in the campfire together. As you know, we all bring our Tupperwares and full of brownies and hot dogs and buns. Somebody usually brings the relish and the ketchup and mustard. Someone's got the marshmallows and the sticks. Someone's got the six packs. Someone's got the ice. You know, it's just perfect. That's how we do it on this show. Always, always. Okay. So, Candy, and you read people when they are getting Reiki. Okay. Okay. Oh, hold on. The list is going very fast. The screen is going very fast here. Salt gulp. Ha! You're here. I always think of, you know, and it sounds rude, but you know how in farms and out in the countryside, they put these big blocks of salt for the cows to lick. It's very important. Very, very important. So Candy, are you? So you're. Wait a minute. I got to make sure I get all this right. Where's Candy? So you do Reiki as well, Candy? Candy, one. Let me know. Mercury is in Gatorade. Yes. Oh, you happy-go-lucky. You're a stalker. You're a self-admitted stalker. Yeah. So Candy, Candy does readings. Ah, I knew it. This is so cool. This is so cool. I don't know why, but like Shiny Star does readings. Who else? All Sun is a psychic. Candy does readings. Jenna does Reiki. S. Lewis does Reiki. That's freaky Reiki stuff, man. And you're a medium. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. So Candy's a medium. So guess what? You already know what the show's. Oh my gosh, this is freaky Reiki night. Freaky Reiki night. Okay. So what's Reiki? Someone care to explain? Jeffrey, somebody please explain to Jeffrey what is Reiki. Okay. Well, I can do a quickie thing here. Here's a picture of Reiki in action. Kaboom. That's what we do here with Tarot Lumination. It's all about the healing power of love as transmitted through your sacred body and your hands. Your hands are holy, people. Your hands are holy. You conduct so much of your life through your hands. Please be aware of that. Please take care of your arms and hands and your limbs. The reason I'm mentioning that is because I have a lot of trouble at the moment. So I'm going to give you my sob story and then get out of the way, okay? And you read your own cards too. So I'm just letting you know, I'm probably losing track of everybody. I've probably lost a bunch of names that I didn't write down, and I'm very, very sorry about that. Okay, so I'm sorry. So M. Knox is an energy worker, but not Reiki certified. Okay, well, so it's all right. It's okay. So we're probably going to have a seminar or a big show on group energy healing, because Tarot Illumination is big into this whole idea of global group energy healing, transmitting and receiving the healing power of love multiplied. And it's not just Tarot Illumination, you know, working with my hands. It's about like massive clusters of energy. And that's what can happen when you deliberately choose to oscillate and tune your frequencies into these extreme high frequencies energies that are used in energy healing. That's what we do at Terra Lumination. That's kind of like what we do on the Terra Lumination readings anyway, because honestly, uh, uh, you know, Terra Lumination is not certified in anything, but I've done a lot of healing work in my life, and it's mostly by kind of default because, a lot of you healers are like that. People just find you. The people who need you find you. It's kind of like that. Yeah. So, so, um, yeah, I'm glad you like the stories. Um, there's a lot of people right now. This is a lot of people to handle. I know, anyway, if somebody, it's very hard for me to keep up with the screen at the moment. The chat's going very fast, and honestly, I can't keep up. I'll do what I can if I get glimpses here and there. And um, so I want to do a little couple words about energy healing, since a lot of people are here tonight who are involved in healing and so on. This is a very old book. Here's a picture of an example of somebody extending um, Reiki type energy. It's very, very gentle. It typically involves the hands. It's not really massages or anything. It's much more to do with the transmission of the healing power of love by hand. Here's somebody transmitting the healing power of love. This is a very old book. And let me find another example. Um, there are all sorts of anyway, let's leave it at that. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, let me just make a doodle here for you guys. I know you know how I like to make doodles. I know that you can see Jenna is offering distance healing. Okay, Jenna Marie, thank you very much. So literally distance healing, Reiki. Most people who practice Reiki go through a certification program, and it's all about learning how to conduct the healing power of love through yourself as a transceiver. So if you think of yourself as a transceiver, and that's you, the happy Reiki master. Okay. So what you're doing is kind of what we did on those other pictures on other shows. It's where you are allowing yourself to be a conduit for the healing power of love, where the healing power of love, let's just call it the healing power of love. Well, let's just call it love, the energy of the universe. The healing power of love flows into you and through you and out of you, especially through your hands. Okay? And a very highly skilled Reiki practitioner is very, very good at mastering these energies so that they can access all this energy, bring it into their being, and extend it through their hands to the service of others who need the healing. And it's understood in Reiki and other different types of practices, but in Reiki, the idea is that the healing power of love finds where it needs to go. And so the most important thing for the healer is to be present, to be very, very, very clear, very, very open, and very, very present, so that the healing power of love can move into and through the healer and out towards the patient or the client for whatever kind of healing that they might need. Now, Reiki is typically, used for people who might be hurting in their heart and their soul, as opposed to trying to fix a broken finger or, heavy mechanical damage, for example. For example, if someone's a paraplegic or something and they're suffering a lot from depression and pain, Reiki can be very good at helping to relieve some of the pain and depression because a lot of it's in the mind. Chronic pain triggers depression, and depression triggers chronic pain. So like energy healing, Reiki healing can help the patient and the client learn how to, let's say, understand the energy of pain and release themselves from a degree of the bondage to pain. So that's very, very simple. That's the very, very simplified version of Reiki, okay? And that's all we do here at Tarot Illumination. We're just doing our version of Reiki through tarot, okay? So there you go. Let me just put on something. Stay there a minute. Don't go away, folks. I need to grab something. I'm just going to put on a tune. You guys can jump around while we're doing this. I'll be back in a minute. Make friends, people. Stay there, don't go away. All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for jumping around, dancing, and amusing yourselves. Yay. Yeah, it really, really helps Tarot Illumination when you guys, make the specific effort to take care of yourselves and reconnect with each other. I'm going to tell you a bunch of weird things this evening, just because it's been a very strange day here. I'd like to share some of it with you. Some of it's private, and personal bit. There's little bits of it that I think are fair and okay to share with the public. Um, Before I do, let me where is it? Hold on, give me a moment. Talking about all you guys out there, all you guys out there who are already kind of working at these frequencies. I love it. I really love that you deliberately choose to visit the Tarot Lumination Sunday night live shows and hang out and become friends and buddies, because I think it's really, really important to take full advantage of what's happening in the world right now with telecommunications and things. And yeah, sure, Tarot Illumination is kind of weird. It's not a regular tarot channel, but frankly, people keep writing in and saying, "Hey, Tarot Illumination, you know, this is not really a tarot channel. Thank you very much." And so I've started to listen, and I keep thinking, well, maybe you got something there, because the reality is, the real truth about Tarot Illumination is that it's really all about this. I'm just going to show it to you. I've done this several times, but I'm going to do the routine again, just to sort of cover all the bases, take advantage of the live show tonight. Bunch of different things. Number one, I want to mention this. Hold on, I'll come back to that one. This is the manuscript for the book. Okay, the manuscript is more or less complete. Okay, it's a full-blown book, and it's kind of like a story. Okay, and the book is called Love and Healing, a little book about the healing power of love. And it's just one of those books that you would find in Barnes and Noble in the spirituality section, or if you go to your local head shop or your meditation center or something like that, you know, or wherever you find those books on Reiki and energy healing, or how to juice your way to happiness, or how to lose 20 pounds in 20 minutes and speak to God. Those kind of things, you know, those bookstores. This will be on the same shelf. That's the whole idea. And for now, we're trying to figure out how to get it started, and then get the money sorted out so we can do the proper publishing the way it really needs to be done, self-publishing style. So we're not looking for a real, like a traditional publisher. It's very important to go self-publishing now. So this is the core theme behind, this is the energy behind Tarot Illumination. I hope this makes sense. It's all about love and healing. That little book is about the healing power of love, because that's essentially what keeps me alive as a human being, and what I'd like to share with you guys. And the best way to do that is like what we're doing right now, and then introduce all you guys to each other so that you can share the healing power of love and turn it into like a phenomenon, like an entity, like that crazy weird machine that they have in Switzerland. I forgot what it's called. It's like the something something collider, where they just spin energy round and round and round, more and more and more and more, faster and faster, until you get to a point of critical mass and it goes boom, and somebody gets healed. Okay, there's like a healing event that happens, and it does rely on the energy sources of human beings. So can you imagine taking all the Reiki people here, all the certified Reiki people in the world, and connecting them all up together like they do? Look at this. Like, look at it this way. I'm going to talk about this stuff in a minute. I'm going to show you something that I discovered about the Tesla cars. Okay, you know that guy Elon Musk, he made the Tesla, but underneath the Tesla car, it's all about the batteries and the connecting. And all he figured out is like connecting thousands of laptop batteries together. It's not much more complicated than that. And he figured it out. You connect thousands of batteries together, you charge it all up, hook it up to an electric motor, put something on top of it that looks like a car, and then you have a Tesla Model X. Kaboom. So all I'm trying to do is draw an analogy here, where you take a bunch of Reiki healers. Let's say there's planet Earth, okay? And there's Tarot Illumination broadcasting, okay? Okay, beep, 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 beep. Now, All of you guys are watching this show through some kind of magic connection, okay? And it goes through your cell phones and your laptops and your internet cables, and eventually you see it. And some of you are over here, some of you are over here, some of you are over here, and over here. But the signal goes everywhere, just like radio and TV. But now, just imagine this. You take the same infrastructure, and then you plug in the healing power of love. Duh, get it? Just imagine if all of you now take the same doodle here, let's turn it into a campfire. You know, bam, there's all the wood, okay, and these are the flames coming out here, sticks and flames, okay, and then there's a whole bunch of you all around here. We've done this picture many times, and let's just say you're all kind of like sort of vaguely interested in being happy, and you're kind of interested in healing all your messes in life, whatever they are. And so you think, well, I've tried everything. Let's just go to Tarot Illumination, hang out with all the weirdos. Okay? So guess what? It's not that weird. If you start connecting hands like this, okay, now you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. Okay? So if you take the whole concept, it's the same thing as Elon Musk and he figured out with Teslas. You just take a whole bunch of this stuff and you connect it all together. You see? So simple. Look. And then this one here. Now, do you see what's happening? Duh. You get all that power. You get all that power all in a row. And you shoot it up through the antennas and then you spread it around. That's how you propagate the healing power of love. That's how you can amplify the energy. So just imagine all the Reiki healers holding hands with each other. Just imagine the psychics and the mediums and the energy healers, people who do the Brahma, people who do their tantric yogas and their karmic yogis and their Buddhist chants and their meditation alms. And you put them all in a room together and everybody hooks up. Think of the power, you know. I'm just saying, all right? I'm just saying. And that's my little doodle that I'm offering to you. Okay. So, yeah, it's the science of collective energy, collective love, because there's the collective shadow. I've been learning all about the collective shadow recently because some people are extremely sensitive and they pick up on all the shock waves and the trauma and the pain and the anxiety of their loved ones, their dear ones. And then it goes out, it goes into the garden, goes into the yard, it goes into the street, goes into their neighborhood, goes into the town, and then the country. And all of a sudden they're picking up collective trauma from the whole effing world. And it's very, very painful for the people who are like this, who are very, very sensitive. And all they want is love. All they want is to love and be loved. All they want to do is propagate and understand and exchange and enjoy the healing power of love. That's kind of what we all need and all want anyway. And all I'm suggesting here is that we have an opportunity. We have a chance. And we're just kind of talking about it right now as though it's kind of a joke. But the reality is, I'm not joking. Okay? I live in a place where I'm surrounded by yogis. I have a yoga center on every block. There are so many girls walking around in spandex and tops and everything with their yoga mats. And the guys have their hand sandals and their kits and everything. And it's all fantastic. So just imagine all that power if you could like condense it and squash it into like a group thing, you know. They kind of do that at those, you know, what do they call them? Those like hippie festival things where they have a lot of like Indian chant music and things. Rohit, please don't take this personally, but I don't speak Indian. And I've been through all this yoga stuff, okay? And that I have to be honest with you, I loved listening to the tunes and everything, and I love the beats and all of that, but I'm just a basic, simple white guy from the United States and lived around a lot of different places. And the only language I really have is English. So I'm trying to create, well, I am creating healing music, sort of like what you guys do in India. I like to do very chanty, repetitive songs and tunes and beats to try and stimulate this kind of activity with you guys. So I'm hoping one day we can all share and connect and maybe turn it into like an event, like an actual, real, live event, and literally make the whole purpose of the event to invoke the healing power of love into our bodies, into our lives, into our souls, so that we can be conductors, so that you can receive the healing power of love, and then you can transmit the healing power of love, just like we talk about the whole time. Be loving, be loved, be loving, be loved. Sometimes it's really hard to do that on your own. If you can invoke that and just get it to come in naturally, just like walking into a shower and then you are dosed up, it makes life a little smoother and easier. Okay, so there we go. Ha 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 ha. Thank you very much. So I wanted to show you guys something else. If Abby was here, she would want me to talk about this, so I'm going to do it. Okay, we got a new moon coming up, people. Okay, so I don't know if you've noticed, but I watch this stuff. I track this stuff because I kind of have to. If I don't, I can get very wobbly and off center. I have to track it like you guys use your smartphones for GPS, for doing your Uber lifts, and for driving around in traffic. I have astrology softwares and apps that I use so I can track all this stuff, just like tracking the Weather Channel, okay? I don't have TV. I don't listen to the radio. I don't listen to anyone's music. All I do is tarot illumination, bits and pieces, mind my own little business on the side, track the astrology, and do what I can to help you guys, sharing, connecting with you. Okay? So I'm just letting you know, however you want to do that, it's your business. But we have a massive new moon coming up here in Sagittarius. So I'm just wanting to make this a very simple illustration. It's on December 17th, roughly, for the world. I mean, it could be give or take a day, depending where you are in the world. But it's just roughly December 17th, which is basically a week from now. So you know what happens when you have a massive cluster of planets in one place? It really like makes things feel very unbalanced, okay? It's just like trying to spin plates around your head, and all of a sudden, all of them get stuck on one side. So it's very, very hard to balance out. So the great thing is that it's a tremendous cluster of energy in one place. So if you want to ride this big wave, it's like big wave surfing, make sure that you are prepared in advance so that you don't get hit by this wave, okay? It's a big wave. We have Saturn, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Mercury all piled up in Sagittarius. So for example, if you are a Sagittarius sun sign, your chart would look kind of like this, okay? It would be like, oh my gosh, what is happening to me? Starting a whole new life, whole new beginning in the world about who am I? What am I doing here? What is my karmic purpose, my mission? How am I going to communicate all this? How much do I love all of this? So wherever this cluster lies in your chart, that's where you're going to feel it. So, you know, if you're a, let's see, Sagittarius is over here. So if you're a Scorpio, it'll look like this, okay? House of money and values. If you're a Libra, it'll look like this, okay? It'll be all about your communications, listening and speaking, learning stuff, okay? If you're a Virgo, it's going to look like this. Do you get it? Home, family, foundations. If you are a Leo, it's going to look like this. Okay, it's going to be in your house of creative self-expression, romance, excitement, fun, happiness, risks. If you are a Libra, oh no, hold on, excuse me, a Cancer, it's going to look like this. If you're Cancerian, that's what your chart's going to look like. So We can keep going. I'll just show you. So this could be health and habits and so on. Over here, if you are a Gemini, it's going to look like this. So your relationships are going to be a huge deal. Huge deal for you guys, Gemini. Starting December 17th, your whole world of relationships is going to change. Okay? Taurus, it's going to be up here in your 8th house of deep intimacy, deep soul connections with your most significant other, your most significant others. And how is that going to profoundly impact and change your life going forward? And then we have Aries, of course, over here. It's going to be right up there where it naturally lives. New awakenings, new understandings, new, let's just say, missions, very new beginnings in like, what are you going to do with all this wisdom and knowledge that you carry inside of you? Okay, if you're a Pisces, it's going to be over here in your career section. What are you going to do with all this energy in terms of your career, your place in this world? Whole new beginnings. If you're an Aquarius, it's over here. You get it? Do you see the gist that I'm doing here? You get all this? If you're an Aquarius, it's going to be over here, like in your 11th house. You know, hopes, dreams, wishes, desires, plans for the future, what's going to work for humanity. How can you be a more effective Aquarian in a much more, magnanimous, exciting way? And then Capricorn, it's going to be in your 12th house. So your whole like sense of spirit, universal love, and understanding of the great beyond is going to change and grow and start from new, from deep, deep, deep inside of you in ways that you don't even understand yet. So please understand that. It's going to start at in the middle of this month, next week. So we're going through big changes. There's the solstice and everything. Big, big, big changes for everybody coming up very soon, next week and the week after. And then guess what? Guess what? 4 weeks later, we have another new moon in Capricorn, January 17th. Look at this. This is insane, people. This stuff is totally out of control. It's what I called whoa, heavy duty times 6. Thank you very much. On January 16th and 17th, 18th, roughly there, next year, 2018, we have a massive cluster. It's called a stellium. And I'm just giving you the same thing here. It's in Capricorn. This is a huge deal for the whole world. It's going to affect everybody at a planetary level, governments, banks, institutions, federal, let's say, what do they call those? Reserve banks, corporations, how corporations are run, how businesses run, how you conduct the business of your life. We have Venus, Sun, Moon, Pluto, Mercury, Saturn, all piled up right here. So I don't want to do the whole circle again. All I'm saying is that please understand this is a huge deal, and it's going to give us a very clear indication of what's going to be happening over the next 3 years or so, because Saturn is going to be moving into Capricorn right at the tippy end of this new moon. At this new moon right here, Saturn is in 29 degrees. That's intense pressure. It's the last moments of pressure to try and squeeze out everything that needs to be finished in the Saturn cycle of 3 years, roughly. So this is a huge shift for the whole planet, for all of us, everyone here in the room tonight, everybody around the campfire is going to feel this somewhere in their chart. It's going to be, if it's an Aries, you're going to feel it here or here. If you're, whatever your sun sign is, you're going to feel it somewhere. Somewhere in your chart, you are going to feel this big mofo change of energy. Okay, it's going to go around somewhere like that in your chart. Okay, I hope you're not getting dizzy watching this. So I just wanted to give you a bit of a heads up. Things are going to change. They're going to change big time. So there you go. It's going to change for all of us. All I want to do is take advantage of it, make the best of it. Think of it as, like on those like exciting nature movies about big wave surfing. This is big wave surfing, okay? It's not for the faint-hearted. But the thing is, this is for everybody. There's no escape. Everyone is going to get hit by this wave. So the question is, do you want to go under, or do you want to float and survive and thrive? You got to make sure you got your stuff together so that you can ride this wave, because that's going to give you a practice lesson for riding this wave, because this is going to be an even bigger wave, okay? And this wave is going to have a ripple effect that's going to last for almost 3 years. Get it? All right. I don't want to scare you, but I'm just giving you a heads up. All right. So let me just putter around a bit here. By the way, this thing here, this massive wall of Capricorn energy, is very closely related to this little book that is written by Tarot Lumination. I'm just letting you guys know. I hope you don't mind. I'm taking advantage of the live show to plug this. It's just been revised and re-edited. It's brand new today. It's about wealth, money, finance, and the new version is called over here. The new version is called Global Restructuring January 2020. I'm not kidding. It starts in January. And then when we get to January 2020, you guys better be prepared, okay? You guys, you need to know this. If I can find the page, there's a page in here specifically about this stuff. I'll forget it. Buy the book, okay? I'll figure out a way to promote the book, okay? But it's really, really important for you guys to understand. Big changes are happening. It's starting in January, for real. You need to be ahead of this curve, all right? And if you are very interested in protecting your money, protecting your finance, protect yourself, do it. It might help to get that little book. If anyone's interested, we can talk about it, or write to Tarot Illumination at tarotillumination.com. Okay? I should do that. I should put like this. If you need to reach me, okay, you can reach me about these things. If you really want to go into it deep and talk about it, you can reach me at tarotillumination.com. Okay? There's like a connection page. So anyway, next thing, just for fun, I wanted you guys to know we're booked to do a modeling show for the Tarot Illumination silk scarf very soon, and then we're going to put it on the channel and hopefully remind everybody about the raffle. The raffle started to pick up again very recently. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, let's do this. So it went very slow, and I was in the hospital, and it's been 2 weeks. I'm still pretty banged up from the heart condition and the spine, all this damage and stuff. Like, it's been 2 weeks, and I have a lot of problems in this arm, in my chest. So this hand is not working very well, but it works well enough, just enough to shuffle some cards tonight. But in the meantime, it made it very hard to make any videos. There's a very big chance I'm not going to be able to make the singles videos. I'm exhausted, and I want to do them, but I don't think I'm going to have time. I'm sorry about that. But we did make a little scarf raffle video, and we're going to make another one. And these are all the people who've already bought the tickets, all right? So if you want to play around, if you're interested in owning, or if you've never been here before, let me just make a mess here. Hold on. I'm just doing this. I'm just doing it because that's what you're supposed to do on these shows. I'm going to show this to you. This is the Tarot Illumination scarf. It's 100% satin silk. It's very beautiful. Anybody can wear it because it doesn't matter what sun sign you are, okay? It doesn't matter. It's for everybody, okay? It's really cute. It looks really, really cute on you. And we're doing a modeling show soon, and then we're going to show the whole world. And then you can buy your tickets. The raffle tickets are super cheap, so people have a good chance to win without, having to ruin your mortgage or your credit card or your car payments or anything. So there you go. Promotion done for the scarf. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We did that. The next thing I want to show you guys, getting back to all you psychics and stuff, it's just a little fun thing. These are the notes. I was at a fundraiser today trying to I was at a fundraiser for a little place where they try to raise money for the mentally handicapped in Rwanda. And I know the people and everything, and it was a lovely event, and so on. And while I was there, I met a real life psychic medium. So, because nobody in my world knows what I do. I keep tarot illumination as kind of top secret in my world, and we only do it here. But when we were at the show, this lady kind of like kept staring at me. And so she came over and introduced herself and asked, like, who am I and what I do? And I kind of got caught off guard, and I said, well, I sort of kind of do what you guys do. Because I was introduced to her moments ago by the host, who said this woman is a psychic medium. Anyway, so she got all excited and she gave me a reading. And that's what she did. And I don't want to go into the details too much because there's a lot, these are some of her notes. But the couple of things that she mentioned that were very important, she said that it's really, really important that your life is like you live to share with people and you live to connect with people. And this is what you want. This is what you're doing. And this is what is happening. It's very, very important to you. And she said, you have a very big heart. And I said, yes, I do have a big heart. And I'm compassionate, and it's hard to figure out what to do with it sometimes because not everybody is ready, willing, or able to receive. That's a problem. What do you do with all that energy? So that's what I'm trying to do here, is spread it around, spread the love with you guys. And she said, don't worry too much about business and things. Don't worry too much about business. Just focus on sharing and connecting like you do already, and everything else will follow and take its natural course. So that was just a little fun thing I wanted to share with you. Okay, I don't want to go into details, it's kind of personal, but I just wanted to share the fun stuff with you. All right, the stuff that belongs to all of you guys that we share here. Okay, next, stay there, hold on. Let's have a look. I'll stay there, don't go away. Where am I? Where am I? I'm lost, people. Sorry. I forgot something. I was going to tell you guys something, but I forgot what it is. So think what I'll do is, you know what? I missed some names. We got a lot more people showed up. Hold on. Hold on. Who are you guys? Where? Oh, you know what? Hey, Nancy. Hey, you know, people. Where's the list? It's oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a lot more people here. I've only got about. I ended up stopping at. I got to Salt Gulf. Hold on, there's a whole pile of new names. Wait a minute. Hot Diggity. I got Hot Diggity Dog. And then I saw, who else was that? Precious is here. Precious, hi. Thank you so much, Precious, for showing up. I got you, Indigo. Angie Love. Huh. Okay. Path Traveler, yay. Hey, good evening. How are you? Thanks for visiting. Thank you so much. Kyle Saul. Kyle Saul, welcome. Hi. Dostoevsky. Dostoevsky, yay. Sweet Basil, did I get you earlier? Did I get you, Basil, earlier? Lena, wait a minute. I'm sure I got you, Lena, didn't I? I just want to, you see, the thing is, like these lists of names You know, I don't keep all of them, but there are people who keep showing up, and some of you guys are like super high frequency. Like you tune into this stuff, you get it, you understand. It's HSP, high sensory perception. And tarot is a very handy little tool that we use on this channel to facilitate the flow of that energy. Okay? So it's the same energy we use in energy healing, in Brima, in Reiki, in hands-on healing, in remote healing. Okay, it's the same energy, but it's tapped and used and formatted and repackaged and rebottled in different ways. Jackie Sean, got you. Jackie Sean. Jackie Sean, I just saw your name pop up. Giggles here, yay! Giggles in the house. So, also, your buddy's here. Giggles here and Precious is here. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know. Nancy Yoder. I've heard that name. How do I know that name, Nancy Yoder? I have no idea. Maybe you just visited before, or maybe you're a reader. Tone H1. H1. It sounds like a chemical formula. MC's here. MC. Oh my gosh. Did I get you, Angie? Did I get you already? Forgive me if I'm missing somebody. Guided Magic 777. I'm going to put you GM 777. That's code word. That's code language, man. Yvette. No, I don't think I got you, Yvette, did I? Yvette Cargill. Thank you very much. Somewhere in time. Oh, somewhere in time. SITT. Somewhere in time tarot. Okay. Wow. Another tarot. More tarot. We have a whole bunch of gurus in this house tonight. Sweet Basil. Got you. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. Okay. Well. Okay. Destiny. Wait a minute. I didn't see that one. Destiny. I didn't get you earlier, I'm pretty sure. Mikey. Oh, hi, Mikey. That's okay. Don't worry. There's no rush. I'm going to starting a whole new page. Uh-oh. Sorry, Mikey. This was the notes from earlier. Alson is playing Goofy. Goofy, silly. Alson is saying, what is tarot, please? Somebody tell Alson what is tarot, please. Please. Okay, maybe we should have like a tarot illumination support group or for something like that. Somebody was calling out about needing a... Man, there's a lot of people here. Okay, I don't know what you guys are taking, but I love the love. Carrie Hilton, I don't think I got you earlier, did I? I like to see who's here. I really enjoy this. I sort of get off on this stuff. You know, it's not like I can just literally go out there and hold hands with you. But Mikey's here. Hi, Mikey. Yeah, we'll chat. We'll follow up and talk soon. Carrie H is in the house. Carrie H. Okay. Aaron. I didn't get you earlier. I know that. Aaron Smith. Thank you very much. Okay. Cool. True. Oh, yeah. Okay. I see. I'm catching up with names. I'm catching up with you guys. Good. So I did pretty well there. So I don't really know how to do this. Actually, I want to tell you something, guys. Just so that you know, I'll use the other board. Hold on. Let's move these just a moment here. We did this. We can come back to this later about the moons and whatever if you need to, but for now, I want to move on. The truth is, people, it's this is like a little mom and pop store, okay? It's just Tarot Illumination, and I get a bit of help and support. And I've got some buddies out there who are extremely supportive of the Tarot Illumination channel, and I'm starting to get the hint what some of you guys are talking about. You know, because some of this I really didn't plan, but what's happening here behind the scenes is that there is this momentum to share and connect. And there are people who are, making really good use of the technology and stuff. And I don't see why we can't do it here on Tarot Illumination. And so, for example, I don't know if any of you've noticed, but for the people who write in and they want private readings, you go to the website. It's called tarotillumination.com. And the truth is right now, Tarot Illumination is backed up, back-to-back readings. And I kind of can't take any more right now. I love doing them, but I can only handle so many hours in a day. And so there won't be anything for at least a week or more. But if you go there and you do the readings, for the people who've done readings, we use a system that's private. It's kind of like the Skype stuff, but it's better and it's private and it's much more advanced in its own way. And right now I'm using the basic pro system, which allows us to have these private meetings, and it's really fun, it's really cool. But there is a way that we can take the system and make it more advanced and turn it into like the webinar like type system. So what happens is, like if you're watching your screen, if it's on your smartphone, your tablet, your laptop, or your desktop, it's the same thing. It would come out like this. It'll look like, a video, and there will be like a little we're doing Tarot Illumination Sunday Night Live, okay? But instead of doing it like we're doing now, we do it as a private little mini event, okay? Maybe a couple of dollars for a ticket or something. But it's not for the faint-hearted, because what can happen is inside the event, we can have like, it goes like this, and more, and more, and so on, where everybody who comes to the event gets their own little window and their own microphone. So you could be right there, okay? That could be you. And then this one could be you over here, okay? Yay! So what happens is we set it up so there's like Tarot Illumination, the host, just like we're doing tonight. But instead of just hanging out and you guys typing into the screen, you can type into the screen, but we can have like a moderator and a list of amazingly important, crucial things to talk about, like, marshmallows and red wine and all of our cool, interesting things, all the disasters that we've had, all the amazing things that we've done, and everybody gets the chance to speak. Like if it's all organized, there's this little thing where you can press a button that says raise your hand, and then you can speak, or you can speak, or you, or you, or you, or you. And it's like, it's what I would really, really, really love to do here with Tarot Illumination. But it's gonna have to be kind of a group effort, because to set this system up, it's really expensive. Can't do it right now, but I want to do this. I want to do it so for the people who are really, really brave, you guys can come in here, join the show, and we can figure out a way to do what we were talking about earlier, which is this stuff. Taking the healing power of love, taking all that energy healing, finding ways to propagate it like digital. It's like digital love and healing. Okay? I know it's an amazing thing that, you can go to a Reiki center, you can go to your yoga center, and that's good. Good old-fashioned brick and mortar businesses. But frankly, it's a little hard for me to do that stuff as much as I would like to. I have certain physical limitations. So I'm trying to work around that in a ways that I can still be useful. I can still be like a transceiver for you guys to get the healing power of love, motion in ocean, ocean in motion, so that we can transmit that stuff and kind of grow it as a team effort, like a group connected, group sharing type of effort thing. Okay? I just wanted to mention that. We're not ready yet. What I'm realizing is that Terra Lumination is like a little plant and it's growing very slowly and it's fun. And there's no point in trying to make it go any faster. I wish I could, but I can't. I don't have the resources or the physical or mental or psychic energy, you know? So anyway, it's time. It's time for a reading. Uh-oh. Oh, no. You guys are funny. You guys are fun. Abby's here. Yes. Oh gosh, Abby. Thank God Abby's here. Thank you, Abby. Yay. I guess you were out late, one of the teaching or something. Abby's in the house, folks. Abby is in the house. Thank you so much, Abby. I'll see you Tuesday night for the recordings. Then we're going to blast it out on the channel. I know there's Primary, you're going to be in Seattle. Wow. Okay, anyway. Oh gosh, I said I'd do a few readings. Now, this hand is kind of messed up. I'm just letting you know. There's some nerve damage up in my spine and my neck, which is making this hand a little bit kind of spastic. But we'll do what we can. There's way too many people where I can possibly give you a reading, but I'm gonna. It's a tiny Lino. It's a tiny. Hold on. It's a tiny. Wait a minute. That's a tiny. That's a tiny. I just saw that. That's a tiny. Hello and welcome, Esatini. Don't tell me you are a Reiki psychic medium healer yoga teacher, right? Oh, okay. Anyway, so thank you. I will accept that gratefully, Indigo Child. I need it. If anybody wants to send me love and healing Reiki stuff, please help yourself. I need a lot. I have nerve damage, okay, in my left arm. And it comes from my neck and thoracic spine, my cervical spine and thoracic spine. And that's just one tiny fun fact in the physical life of Terra Lumination. And we just try to figure ways around that. So I'm going to pull a couple of names for readings, okay? Just for fun. Please, 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 oh gosh, you guys are lovely. I see what you just wrote. I'm going to pick a few names that I kind of cherry picked early on. Sarah McC, okay? Sarah McC, okay? You're getting a short reading, a little mini reading, okay? And Rohit, you're getting a reading, okay? I'll do as many as I can, but I'm really kind of way below capacity. Happy Go. Happy Go, Lucky. And I think I picked someone else. All right, so I wanted to read for GM777. GM777. Okay, I don't know if I can handle much more. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm a little bit frail. I don't want to play the pity card. I don't need to do that. I'm a very happy, happy man at my core. You have to understand it's almost obscenely unfair about how happy I am and how much love I have in my life at the core. It's the outer where things get awkward. Some people are really good at having their physical life together, all that stuff. My life is just the opposite. I have so much love and healing in my life that I'm blessed. And the big challenge is, what do I do with it all? And it's just like, being a farmer when they have a crop. It's so much and it's so good, but it all happens at once. So what do you do with it? Anyway, that's not your problem. Okay. What are you writing about your diapers? What's that about your diapers? If you diaper, oh, your disappear. Indigo, I thought you were talking about your diapers. I didn't get it. I'm sorry. Angie Love. Well, Angie Love, you don't have, it says, Angie Love says, I'm happy to be Heal Your Life book by Louise Hay. Okay, well, we can work on that. We'll work on that. We're going to do that, folks. I'm trying to work out through the Louise Hay publishing people right now about how to do this, okay? So we're in the very early days, and there might be a way to put this out early, like a test market thing, to see how people like it, and then do it properly later. But I have to wait to hear back from the publisher, okay? So we'll see, okay? But the whole idea, the thing is that, I've studied a lot of this stuff, okay? And we talked about it last week, and all the different healing modalities and everything. And the reality is that I think we're kind of pushing the boundaries here a little. And so it's like we're almost kind of crafting our own thing. And we're just doing it. It's just like branding, It's just like, there's this burger store, this burger store, this burger store, this burger store. And Terra Illumination is just another kind of burger store, burger place. And we just do things our little way here. And we're just trying to refine that and get it working in so that it works for you guys. And it's very simple. You know what you're going to get and you like it. And if you don't like it, you just go to another channel. It's that simple. So anyway, I just had something on the tip of my tongue. What was I going to say? I forgot it. Anyway, Sarah, excuse me. All right. Sarah, you're up. I hope you're still here. I hope I didn't scare you away with all these other things that we were talking about. Okay? Terra Illumination Burger. Oh my gosh. All of a sudden, you're a genius. That's fantastic. What are you saying, Nux? I eat 10 brownies while wearing Depends. It's like Depends diapers. I get it. I get the humor. It's like weird, trippy humor. Oh, you have to connect the dots. Okay, okay. Yeah, it would be great. If Hay House picks this up, or the system picks it up like that, then we can do it worldwide. So, if we do it properly, there's a certain way that I think would work really well for Terra Illumination, but it means having to invest because I'm very interested in the self-publishing process as opposed to going direct with the publisher. And I have access, so I'm extremely fortunate. And the thing is, that little book, it needs revisions and updates and all that to get it just right for when it goes to press. Okay? All right. So, Sarah McSee, are you still in the house? Can anybody confirm if Sarah McCauley is still in the house? Nature Explorer. Oh, wait, I didn't get your name. Hold on. Sarah McSee, are you in the house? Oh, I can't see it. I can't see it. Uh, Sarah McSee. There you are. Thank you. Sorry, it's just like when we do this hangout thing, there's a delay. Okay, it's sometimes like 15, 20, 30, 40 seconds or something. I'm sorry. Sorry it took so long to come through. That other stuff we were talking about with going on the private system, that's real time. Like when Terra Lumination is talking, you're listening. And when you guys are talking, I'm listening in real time. There's no delays. Okay, it's freaky. It's freaky cool. All right, so Sarah, you're up. No jumpers, no flyers, no oracles. I don't do that. So don't look, okay? Cards are shuffled. Here we go. All right, Sarah, you're up. So please remember, this is a public forum, and we're just reading energy here. It's not, I'm not going to tell you your love life or if you're going to win the lottery or when you're going to get a huge promotion and $10,000 Christmas bonus. I'm not going to do that. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. Here's the circumstantial energy. Think of it as weather. And you, Sarah, as always, you're going to make the best of your weather, okay? Kaboom. You have the Queen of Wands. How awesome is that? Now, if Sarah, if you're not feeling this, if you're not feeling like you are the most awesome Queen of Wands, then this is an indication by reflection from your environment around you that it's about time that you started carrying yourself as though you are the Queen of Wands. Thank you very much. No apologies allowed. Okay? You do not apologize for being this awesome. Okay? You simply do that. There's no arrogance here. There's no narcissism. There's no egomania. There's no vanity. This is just really loving, powerful, passionate energy in full expression of like the sheer joy of like leading a good life, living good life, and kind of living out your passion, living your vision, living your mission shamelessly. Okay. Now, if you're not doing that, the card is indicating it's time. It's time for you. Okay, Sarah. Whatever it is, there might be some radical changes coming up with these huge changes at the end of December and in January. What's the situation? Kaboom! You see what I mean with the tower here? It is a complete, it's a complete remake, top to bottom. Whatever you're going through, Sarah, please just allow it to fall apart. Okay? If you feel like your whole life is collapsing and imploding and it's maybe chaotic, you're losing lovers, boyfriends, girlfriends, jobs, money, or maybe something amazing is happening and it's so amazing you can't even believe it. It's happening. Okay, can you think of the energy of tectonic plates? You know, when they're like this, and you can't stop them, and eventually you just go, and that's an earthquake. Okay, tectonic plates also work in reverse too, where the tectonic plates can move away from each other like this. Okay, Sarah, are you watching? Crunch, and it opens up these big chasms. Okay, because one plate moves against another, and one plate moves away from another, and it's happening all the time. But sometimes there's moments of impact where it's so strong it just turns into this thing. So that's kind of the situation. Whether it's your love life, your finances, work, career, health, it doesn't matter. It's like a complete kaboom moment, and there's not much you can do about it. So the point is, like, what do you do about it? Well, what's the challenge with handling all this powerful energy? It's like, okay, maybe it is something to do with like a reality check, to do with your finances, your resources, your skills, your values, what you value, what people value in you, what you value in the world outside of you. And the challenge might be coming to a shocking realization that you might be more innocent than you were aware. You might already like be kind of like, let's say you're already like this, okay? And you're already this awesome self. And then something cataclysmic happens and you start to realize, uh-oh, I still have so much to learn about reality, how reality actually works, the laws of attraction, the laws of physics, the laws of nature. Uh-oh, well, how does that actually translate into real life? About, well, what do I really value now? In other words, your whole value system might be changing, and you realize that you might have loved and valued this, and this, or that person, and then all of a sudden, kaboom, it's gone. And then you're challenged with trying to figure out, oh my gosh, what were my allegiances? Was I valuing somebody or something? And I discovered that I was naive. That's a problem. How are you going to deal with it? Okay, be very, very, very careful. Okay, if with the Seven of Swords here in this position, my feeling is like, I'm very grateful for whoever wrote in about this other reading. Sometimes it's very important. I really like what that person told me is about how you can, if you want to, you can interpret this card as going in to get what is yours. Just be very careful about it in case something of yours was stolen. Your heart, your values, your belief systems, you might have been undermined or hurt by others, and you need to recover and move on. Just be very, very careful about how you do that, so you don't hurt yourself and you don't let anyone hurt you. Okay. Also, it can be an indication here, Sarah, moving on, that in order to advance, in order to mature and grow into this type of energy, which is possible for you, it's really important to understand that no matter how challenging it might be, that there might be still a lot that needs to be learned and understood about what is it that really, really counts in life? What is it that you truly value? Are you more interested in having the coolest car, or are you more interested in having love and healing, for example? And then once you do that, you're just trying to figure out, well, how do I make that happen? Because you have to be very, very careful on the understanding that sometimes what you manifest in this life, in this world, is very, very closely connected to your thoughts, your words, your speech, which then start to turn into actions, which then turn into consequences, which comes into like that feedback, that boomerang effect. So in other words, the way to deal with your situation here, there's huge cataclysmic changes going on. Please understand that as hard as it might be, there might be a lot to learn, but that's good. We're always learning and growing. And it might be, the learning might be to do with understanding the power of your spoken word, the written word, what you listen to, and how you speak, and paying very, very close attention to all those things, and understanding how like everything hangs on your word, your integrity, your truth. Have you been getting away with like cheating and lying and like being, let's say, not quite honest as you could be, and you've been very lucky to get away with it? I'm not trying to offend you or hurt your feelings here. All I'm suggesting is that it's really, really important to understand like the power of your thoughts, your words, your speech, your intentions, and the energy that you put behind that. Be very, very careful. And the energy here is about like coming into full awareness about how you can easily trip yourself up or others trip you without due care and attention to your, let's say, attitudes. All right, Sarah, I hope I didn't hurt your feelings or scare you. Sorry about that. Sometimes I get really carried away in the readings. Okay. So there's plenty of other readers here tonight. So Sarah, if that felt weird to you, you might get another interpretation from someone else, and you can go back on the show later and rewind it and watch it and see if it makes any sense. Okay, I hope so. Hope you got something out of it, Sarah. I'm just doing what we can here. This is like for fun night for me, Tarot Lumination, and I'd much rather be doing this than sitting around picking my nose or, you know, all those things. All right, Rohit, you're up. I know you're here. I can see you on the screen. I saw you. I saw you. I see you. See, Rohit, I don't need to know your sun sign. Honestly, I don't care. When I do private readings, I don't want to know. I don't need to know. The private readings are more like psychic readings, frankly, and the cards are kind of like props. That's how weird it gets here. I'm just telling you guys, you know, the cards are very, very useful, like tools, but the reality is we're tuning into spirit. Okay, that's what we're doing here. Okay, Rohit, I'm very happy that you're a Scorpio. Go Scorpio. You've got Jupiter and what is it, Mars there right now. So that's kind of a high-powered combination. Be very careful about how you express your energy and make the most of it, because it's very, let's say, stimulating for you to the point where it could be almost overstimulating. It's very good. It's very, very positive. It's just like somebody gives you the keys to a new, powerful, amazing car. Just, you know, please understand, like, the power of all that. Scorpio is very much about power, okay? And power is power. So it's a question of, you know, with the universal laws, energy flows where attention goes. So if you have so much power, are you going to express it in shadow or express it in light? The power doesn't care. Pluto energy, Scorpio energy, it's raw power. So, you know, we're talking about nuclear power here. So if Scorpio wants to go ballistic, it could be the most destructive power and energy on the planet. If you want to go into the light, Scorpio energy can be used for some of the most powerful forms of healing. Okay, that's Scorpio Pluto energy. It's ruthless, and it's very capable, and it's very effective. And some things need that much power. All right, we're shuffled. You saw the shuffles. We're going to cut. Go Rohit. I'm going to do a weird cut to break up the card's energy. All right. Okay, here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. And what's the weather, Rohit? What are we going to do with that? The Lovers. Wow, big decisions. My feeling is that for you, Rohit, you might be in an environment right now where you might feel like, whether you want to or like it or not, you're going to have to be making very big decisions about what you do with yourself in this world. How are you going to present yourself in this world right now? Because it's going to affect everyone else around you, especially your significant relationships. You will be seen and perceived as you present yourself. Okay, so that puts a lot of responsibility on your head, like, oh my gosh, well, who am I really? What am I going to do? How am I going to do that? Because it's like all the lights are on you, and you can't get away from that. So it becomes very important when it comes to relationships to be really very aware about how you are expressing yourself and presenting yourself in the world, because it will have impact, okay, on others. Let's have a look. What's the situation? More big cards. Judgment. So Rohit, possibly in line with the themes of coming up here with the new moons, a lot of huge new beginnings, new chapters unfolding in people's lives. And for you, Rohit, hold on. Yeah, it's such a huge opportunity for a new start, brand new beginnings, where it's almost like if you really, really messed up and you've had all sorts of like damage, suffering, you messed up people messed you up, and there's like a train wreck of like misery and suffering and little things or even big things. It's like it doesn't matter anymore, Rohit. It does not matter. What's history is history. What's past is past. If you focus all your energy on trying to fix what is broken, you're wasting all that beautiful energy. You're wasting it all. If you stay deeply in the present moment right now and understand that you are being divinely blessed, divinely forgiven, divinely redeemed, divinely prompted and urged and invited to move ahead and start from scratch. No apologies, no debts, no damage. You are forgiven. Okay? The catch is that you have to be willing to forgive yourself for whatever damages you brought on yourself, and you have to be willing to forgive others for whatever damages they brought upon you. Forgiveness is an incredibly powerful tool for healing, and this little card here is suggesting to make the most of it, okay? Because it's really important. It's really important how you move forward with that energy. What's the challenge, though? Because it's a lot of, oh, shh. Rohit, what is going on with you, man? Okay, you might be struggling with accepting the end of a certain way of being in life. For all I know, Rohit, you've been living a life that's all, you've had the best of intentions. You did everything by the book. We did this, you did this, you did this, and this, and it was all great in its own way. But it's over. It's finished. And like there's no going back. If it's a mess, you can't fix it. you know, like some of these big fires we've been having in the United States. You can't just say, oh, excuse me, that's my house, stay away. The fire doesn't care. The fire just does what it does. And then you have to move on. If you keep cursing and damning the people of all the pain in the past, you end up being owned by all your pain and suffering. And you might get so absorbed in your pain and suffering that that becomes your identity. And so then all of a sudden, without knowing it, you become owned by like the past. And the thing is, there might be some things in the past that you really loved and cherished, but they're gone too. And so it's like the end. With the world card here, it's an indication that it's the end of the end of the end. It's over. It's time to start again. You have a redemption and a chance to start again. But your challenge might be is that you're very, very reluctant to let go of what was, to let go of the past, perhaps to forgive. You might be very reluctant to forgive others. You might be very reluctant to forgive yourself, which are the tools which would allow you to move on into a new life and a new beginning ahead. And so you could feel like you're trapped. But you have to understand that's a trap of your own making. It doesn't have to be that way. Okay? It comes down to making very, very big, important decisions about what to do with your energy. Love is as love does. Love you first, okay, Rohit? Maybe, I don't know how you were raised or anything, but it's important to love you first because you own your energy and you have to take responsibility for that. So it's very, very important through your day, all day, every day, making decisions. What am I going to do with my energy? What am I going to do with my energy? Always the answer is the most loving thing. That is always the answer. The question is, how does that come about? Love is as love does, okay? Love is the willing, deliberate, conscious decision to extend yourself above and beyond your comfort zones in a way that fosters love and healing and spiritual growth within yourself primarily, and then from there to your significant others in the world around you. So you become the center of your own vortex, and you own that by decision, by making the decision to do that, to own it, to own your energy, instead of like having to live according to some other people's codes and then thinking like my life fell apart because of someone else or whatever else. So please understand, this reading feels to me here, Rohit, very much about coming into full understanding of your power. And because you're a Scorpio, you insisted on telling us, you need to become very aware about how power works. Power is power. So what are you going to do with it? Are you going to use it for shadow? Are you going to focus on the past and woe is me? Are you going to focus on the present? Are you going to project into the future, wish, fantasy, whatever? Stay right now and make all your decisions right now, okay? What is the most loving thing for Rohit to do for Rohit, okay? And only you will know what that is, Rohit. Okay, only you, not Tarot Illumination, no one else on the screen. We can help you discover that, what it is, and bring it out of you, but it's inside of you. How are you going to deal with all of this? Okay, you're going to own it. You're going to become a master. You have to become a master at the process and abilities of manifesting your skills and your talents by making very important critical decisions. And here's the reality. Every decision is important. You get it? Like, am I going to wash the dishes now? Or am I going to leave a pile of mess in the sink and clean them up later? And then when you go out the door and you come back and you think, oh, I should have done this earlier because now I have to do this and this and this. So I'm going to leave the sink until a mess later. And the sink ends up full of pizza, leftovers, garbage, trash, spilled drinks. And then all of a sudden there's cockroaches and flies and bugs everywhere. And you realize, I was just leaving the dishes. And then you suddenly realize it's really, really important to make a decision about whether I wash the dishes or not. And it's just as important about how am I going to make all the money to pay my mortgage. It's just another decision, but it comes into mastery and owning it, understanding, like, let's put it this way, the healing power of decisions. Okay, you see what we're getting at here? It's just another version of the healing power of love. The expression of your love is all in your decisions. So becoming a master at making decisions so that it turns into a substantial reality that works, where you don't have to tell everybody, oh, I'm a guru, or I learned, or I'm a god about this, and I studied yoga, whatever. It's like, I know how to make healthy, loving decisions. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, Rohit? I hope I didn't hurt your feelings or get upset or get all preachy. I'm sorry. Attaining mastery. Attaining mastery in manifestation. Okay? It all comes down to the ability and the willingness to make decisions. All decisions are important. The little ones, the big ones, they're all important because they all add up. Okay? So there you go. Thanks, Rohit. Thank you so much. Okay. So next we got Happy Go Lucky. What's going on? I got to tell you, folks, my chest is aching and I cannot afford to trigger another hospital type situation. So I'm probably going to take a little break after this one. Who have we got? I got Happy Go and I got GM777. Okay, let's just keep going, all right? I'm probably going to have to take a break in a minute. Yeah, in fact, I need a break right now. I hope you don't mind. All right. Woo! Sorry, folks. I need to put on a little song. You guys can jump and dance around and have fun, okay? Please, 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 please. I want to keep everybody happy. I want to have a jolly time. Do some silly, it's like pretend you're at the campfire, okay? And Tarot Illumination needs a break. You can all just goof around, pretend it's like musical chairs. It's time for everybody to get up. Everybody get up off your butts, jump around and change seats and introduce yourself to the person next to you, okay? And then hold hands, okay? That's how we do it here, okay? We exchange and grow energy through our hands. Our hands are holy. Please understand that. Your hands are holy. Don't ever forget that. So have fun. I'm going to play this while I get to take a quick break. Okay? Oh, here we go. Let's have a look. This is called The Bounce. Everybody dance now. Pick a partner and dance.
Moscow, in some parts of Trinidad. I remember the good times I had all along the Great Wall of China, on the decks of ocean liners, with the Incas up in the Andes, way out in Los Angeles. Let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce, let's bounce. I smoked powwow with Jim Geronimo. I've been downtown with nowhere to go. I made peace between the West and East, and I've met beauty and their beasts. I swam around the equator. I started out as a simulator. I've been out to both of the poles, and I know where you don't go. Whoa, let's bounce. Let's bounce. Let's bounce. Let's bounce. Let's bounce.
Okay, I'm just.
Let's just see if we can hear it now.
Okay, let's see. All right.
This is called the bounce.
I'm sorry, it's replaying again. I'm still on a break. Okay, give me a moment, folks. Cheers to the cranberry juice.
Way out of Tokyo, we've been in old Moscow, in some parts of Trinidad. I remember the good times I had all along the Great Wall of China, on the decks of ocean liners, with the Incas up in the Andes, way out in Los Angeles. Let's bounce. Let's bounce. Let's bounce. Let's bounce. I smoked powwow with Jim Geronimo. I've been downtown with nowhere to go. I made peace between the West and East, and I've met beauty and their beasts. I swam around the great equator. I started out as a simulator. I've been out to both of the poles, and I know where you don't go. Whoa, let's bounce. Let's bounce. Let's bounce. Let's bounce. Let's bounce. Okay, we got the words, got the lyrics. Let's just see if we can hear it now. This is called the bounce.
Okay, I hear it starting again. Wait a minute. Hold on, stay there. I'm going to turn it off now. Stay there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop. Stop. Enough, enough. All right? Everybody calm down. Grab your seat wherever you're standing. Sit down now. And that's your seat for the next session. So, whoever you're sitting next to, make friends. Give each other a big hug. Share your ice cream. Share your peanuts. Share your popcorn. Share your love. If somebody needs a hand, if somebody's wigging out, they're having a nervous breakdown, listen to them. Listening is one of the most powerful healing tools. The healing power of listening. Okay? And sometimes it's really healing to speak. Like sometimes somebody really needs to get something out of their chest. If you can give them the opportunity by listening, that's awesome. Okay? I learned that so much today at the little fundraiser where I was hanging out. Once people started to relax and let go, and how much they learned from each other and shared with each other. This little place that we were talking about, where is it? Where's that little fundraiser thing? Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't find it. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted, folks. Jesse's place. Anyway, never mind. Forget it. I got distracted. Sorry. Reboot. Reboot. All right. I'm just going to do the reading. Oh, my chest, man. Excuse me. Happy Go, you're up. All right. Happy Go, you are up. Now, let's just keep it simple. All right, Happy Go. You kind of get the gist here. You know, there's no real rules. We're always winging it. Tarot Lumination Sunday Night Live. You know, there isn't really. I don't know what to do. I wish I could give a reading for all of you guys right now. I love doing that. I just love doing this. I can't help it. It's almost like a compulsion. But the reality is I'm going to have to work within the limitations of my physical body and what my little clock says, you know, things like that. And it's getting kind of weird. Like, gosh, man, sometimes it's just like the private readings, they go back to back. And I get, I mean, it's okay. It's not, I'm not complaining. What I'm suggesting is because I don't really like to know anything when you show up. And as soon as the readings are over, I kind of forget. And I feel kind of awkward to say that, but if I carry the energy of you guys, I can't do it. So what I like to do is just like get stuck in the moment and then move on. It's just that things are kind of getting like backed up, back to back, where I'm like, it's just like I need some. I'm going to try and figure in some downtime because, like for example, there's a very good chance I'm going to abandon the singles reports this month because I just can't handle it. I really want to do a full report on Saturn and Capricorn. Those are huge reports. I really want to do them, but it's going to take so much time and work to do them that the way that I want to do them, that I don't even know if it's worth doing it at all. You know, I have to make decisions too, just like Rohit. What do I do with the time that's allocated in my physical life? You know, how many years do I have left? How many hours can I put into the channel? How long can my hands keep working? You know, things like that. I want to make the best of it. What I want to try to do with this Tarot Illumination thing is create a brand of love and healing that will endure beyond my own existence. Okay? I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I've faced death so many times, and I've come back again, and I'm fine with that. But, you know, eventually it's going to get you. So I'm probably going to live for a long time, and I have been advised by someone who loves me very much that I need to stop thinking about the end of my time and start thinking about the moment, living in the now, just like I do when I get all preachy with you guys. I don't mean to be all preachy, but I have a feeling that sometimes it might sound a bit preachy. I don't mean to be that way. I'm just trying to get a point across, okay? I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want to tell anybody how to live their lives or, you know, what decisions to make. That's all on you. All I'm trying to do is get you all fired up so that you realize that you own it all, okay? It's all on you making the decisions. What are you going to do with your energy today, right now? Okay, Happy Go? Lucky? Feeling lucky? All right. Here is the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. And we're going to look at the weather, okay? What's the weather like for you, Happy? What's going on? Bam-o, 10 of Pentacles. So my feeling here, Happy, is to me, it feels like something to do with the attitude of gratitude. Right now, the Ten of Pentacles is kind of like a reflection of wealth and abundance in its most yummy form. The whole idea of like having it all. This is like happy family type of. It's like the physical evidence of love. In other words, if you've made a lot of good, healthy, loving, self-loving decisions so that you are doing the best you can to take care of yourself so that you can be the most awesome that you can for others, the loved ones in your life, then that is like planting seeds. And that comes back to you and you attract the similar thing to you. And with the laws of attraction, love breeds love. Okay? And that can turn into physical evidence, like home and family, like a really loving mother and a really loving father. If they have kids, for example, the kids pick up on that. They know that secretly deep down, they know like mommy really loves daddy. Daddy really loves mommy. And they're lucky. So this is the energy. It's the indication to be aware. Like if you're not feeling this happy-go-lucky, if you're feeling like down in the dumps and you're trying to figure out like, where's my good fortune? Where's all my happiness? Where's all the good stuff that's supposed to happen to me? Where's all the good karma from all the good karma seeds that I've sown? Where's all the love that's coming to me because of all the love that I've put out there? Of course, you know what you're doing. You're worrying and you're feeding negative energy with negative energy. You're focusing on what's not good. So my feeling here with the Ten of Pentacles, Abby, happy-go-lucky, is to be very aware of the abundance around you. Like be shockingly aware, like, oh my gosh, number one, it's amazing to be alive. Number two, I can breathe. Number three, with any luck, you can see, hear, taste, and smell. And with any luck, you've got all your limbs and arms and functions and all your vital organs are working properly. And even more than that, you might look awesome and you might have a great job or a home or family or kids or qualifications or something. Please understand that in many ways you are very deeply blessed. The question is, are you aware? Just please be aware. That's all. So what's the situation? Okay. Oh gosh, more. I do everything. I sounds counterintuitive, but I do everything I can to break up the synchronicity. I like it when everything is like pristine, clean, and start from scratch. And when we start to get repeat cards, I always get the feeling that, oh my gosh, there's something going on with the show tonight, and it's all about like a theme. Okay, a theme. What is that? Let me put that here. Tonight's theme. Sorry, I'm taking advantage of your reading here, Happy Go. Please be patient. Tonight's theme with the Lover's card, it is you can fill in the blanks yourself. You probably already figured it out. The healing power of your decisions. Get it? Get it? The healing power of decisions. The healing power of decisions. Please understand, decisions are, it's always a yes or a no. Like in computer code, it's always a 0 and a 1. Everything in computer language dissolves down to a 0, resolves down to a 0 and a 1, a yes or a no, on, off, here or there or here, whichever it is. And you have the power. It is your duty, responsibility, and obligation in order to maximize your chances of happiness and love and evolution to realize and understand the healing power of decisions, especially your decisions about you choosing to love you first. What is the most loving thing that you can do for you right now? It might be to accommodate someone else. Get it? It might be to treat yourself, give yourself a day off, Do the mani-pedi spa thing. Treat yourself to some a movie. Treat yourself to a meditation or some privacy or a spa, whatever it is. Or do something that's very important, that is very scary, and you don't want to do it, but you decide to do it anyway. And then it becomes your decision and you own it, so that you're not at the mercy of energy. You own your own power. Okay? That's all I'm trying to say here, Happy Go. We have a repeat theme, and it's about the power of your decisions, because your decisions affect how everything comes back to you. And especially when it comes to relationships, how much do you want to have a good, loving relationship where you get the chance to be with someone who accepts you, all of your light and all of your shadow, and you accept them in all of their light and all of their shadow? That's a decision. Get it? So you might be in a situation right now where you're making or realizing that you have to make very important decisions, because it's going to affect your outcomes in life. It might be a little bit fateful. You might feel fated here, like, well, what am I supposed to do? How am I going to do this? So what's the challenge? Oh my gosh, man, we're getting big cards tonight. A lot of major arcana. So it might feel like, I'm just saying, okay? Like with this energy here, for example, this energy right now, we're coming into this right now. And then for the week or two after all of this, it's going to be big, big, big. So I don't know your sun sign or anything, Happy Go. I don't want to know. But if you're into astrology, please find out where the Sagittarius section is in your life and have a very close look at that section in your chart, in your natal chart, and then study that and figure out what kind of new beginnings are going to happen in your life according to your decisions. Because if you don't make the decisions, it's going to feel like life is coming at you like fate. This is such strong energy, and it's going to be followed by an even bigger wave of this energy. It could feel like you're totally out of control. Like you don't, it doesn't, it's almost like it doesn't matter what I decide. Stuff's going to happen. So what's the point? I give up. And you might be holding on to things that you can no longer hold on to. So what comes along? Of course, the challenge here is transformation, transformational healing, and the cutting away of anything and everything that does not serve you. And of course, that can be very frightening, because as much as you might want this, as much as you might really deep in your soul desire to heal and grow and evolve and move on, it might involve really important decisions that are very scary to make, and you would rather fate took care of it, or that you didn't have to do it at all. And so the whole idea of just accepting, just literally accepting and allowing, like your, let's say, higher destiny to unfold, could be very challenging for you, because it might mean that you have to endure a lot of surgical removal of everything that does not work for you. Okay? So that could be scary. That could feel scary. So in other words, like the more and more you try to hold on to what you think is your life, the more and more it's going to hurt. So the challenge is to allow the transformations to happen and surrender. Give up, accept, surrender, allow the healing power of love to flow and move into your life. Allow for the surgical removal of anything and everyone that is not serving you. Allow that to happen. But that's a challenge, because most people are terrified of this. All right. So how are we going to deal with it? All right. Because maybe what you really need, like in order to like come back in tune with like reality checks, what is really important, what's really valuable, real abundance. Let's have a look. Okay. Is to understand what it's not like. In other words, sometimes sometimes the only way to understand how incredibly lucky and fortunate and valuable you are to yourself and to others, and how others are to you in your greater environment, is to understand what happens when you make poor decisions, in terms of like, surround yourself with talent. It's like you are kind of a reflection of the company and the people with whom you hang out. So it's really, really important to make very, very profound, important decisions about the people with whom you are keeping company. Because if you choose people that are not not loving you like you love them, then you can end up like this. It's very, very easy to feel rejected and lost. And if you want to blame someone else, you can. But ultimately, you have to own your decisions and realize that you can just as easily, through your decisions, create a life of abundance or a life of poverty. And especially when it comes to the heart and the soul. That's what I focus on here on this channel. I'm not telling you if you're going to, saying like, oh my gosh, you're going to lose your job and become really poor. Or like, you're never going to have a chance to pay off your college loans or something like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it big, wide open, loose energy. So for you, Happy Go, the way to deal like with these like seemingly too powerful energies that might be impacting your life in a way that you would love to have this, you would love to understand and have the attitude of gratitude so that it works for you. It might be like if there's some kind of tragedy that's happening and you can't stop it because of previous decisions, and you allow it to unfold and you realize how painful and awful it is to be impoverished in some way or another, that could be exactly what you needed to know in order to understand this. Does that make any sense? I hope so. I'm really pushing it to the limit here for you, Happy Go. But sometimes you don't know how incredibly lucky you are until you realize how much you've lost or how much you don't have. And that at all points in time, even if like other people are making decisions that affect you, you still have a degree of obligation and responsibility to own as much as you can of your own decisions so that you don't end up like this. Okay? So this could be a very profound, very important, beautiful lesson. The way to handle this is to understand that if you are feeling rejected, impoverished, left out, lost in some way or lacking in some way, please treat that as a divine awakening, as a divine lesson. In other words, if all this stuff is being cutting away, that has been cut away, that's what needed to happen. So you could understand what it's like not to have all this in order so that you can understand what it's like to understand the attitude of gratitude so that you can realize how truly fortunate you are in some way, form, or another. That's not our business on this channel here right now, but you, Happy Go, you know what we're talking about, okay? So please don't take this personally. It's a personal reading, but it's public, and we're going big here, so you can reinterpret this for yourself how you want, and some of the other readers can help you too, okay? So reach out if you have to, okay? We're doing what we can. Please make the best of it, Happy. I'm not a preacher. I'm not going to force any of this on you. I'm just giving you a reading, and I hope you make the best of it and you understand something from it, okay? All right, Happy Go. Thank you so much for coming to the show. Okay, let's have a look. GM 777. You are up. You are up. I'm so glad that you guys have really developed the skills on how to chat with yourselves on the screen here. I don't know how you do it, but you've obviously figured it out. And it's very, very, very cool because I'm starting to notice what's happening is that some of you guys write in either on the comments or you go to tarotlumination.com and you write in personally and you tell me the story behind what's going on. And it's amazing. It's just amazing. And I really love hearing your stories. And you guys then inspire me to keep going. Thank you very, very much. Okay, GM, you're up. Okay. I have no idea what you guys are talking about right now, but let's have a look. All right, GM, I hope you're here. GM 777, are you here? Are you in the room? Are you in the house? I hope so. Lena, what's the matter? Why are you crying? Lena? What's the matter? Reach out. Talk to somebody. Hi, Guided Magic. I see you. I got you. Okay. Oh, oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Crying with laughter, maybe. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So sorry for my ignorance. I'm just, picking up loose ends of the conversation. Okay, good. All right. I saw it. Stay out of our chat. I'm crying from laughing. Okay. I get it. I get it. You got your own thing going on. It's all right. It's okay. I encourage you guys to, be buddies and everything. And I understand you can, it's nothing to do with tarot elimination. I get it. Okay. I'm not going to take it personally, although I could. If I wanted to, I could decide to take that personally. But I'm making a decision not to take it personally. Thank you very much. All right, GM, 777. Your lucky number. Hello for the bright lights from Alexandra. I see the big orange lights on the screen. Thank you very much. If anybody wants to put some tips in the hat, they're welcome. It's something called Super Chat. Apparently, and I saw someone who did it earlier. I can't remember who. I'm sorry, I forgot who you were, but thank you. On the chat, there's a $. So in order to keep the channel going and fund the Tarot Illumination vaults, we'll put money towards the book and everything. Please feel free to just throw the money in the hat. Pretend I'm one of those street performers, and I got my guitar case out there or something. Go crazy. Don't stop yourselves. Okay, I'm going to break up this deck. All right, here we go. All right, are you ready, 777? Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. All right, and what's the weather like to handle all this? You already know that you can handle this, okay, 777. Okay, so with the 5 of Swords here, it's an indication. My feeling here right now is that you need to know, or someone is letting you know, or the heavens or your angels or your circumstances are letting you know that in some ways you might be just wasting your time and wasting your energy on things that aren't even worth it. This is the energy of like futile conflict. And so 770, I'll just say GM. So GM, if you're like stuck in one of those like cat fight situations, like with yourself or with friends or family or jobs or your attitudes or your beliefs, it almost doesn't matter. It's like the energy of, it's like lose energy. It's just like, what's the point? It's less like if you're stuck in a cat fight, like let's say there's a pit bull and a Rottweiler, and they're kind of going, "Arr," and then, "Arr," and then like, "I'm gonna get you," like, well, fight, and we all know that, like, what's the point of it? All they're gonna do is just beat each other up and rip each other to shreds, and do it till one of them dies or one of them just gives up and walks away. And what does that do? It's just like, okay, if you're a pit bull or a Rottweiler, sure, it might make sense to you, but most of us, we can't behave like that. So GM, if you've got some like issues and you feel all knotted up and tied up about these issues and you think it might be someone else's fault and they might think it's your fault and you get stuck in these like futile conversations, futile activities, futile decisions that, you know, one poor decision leads to another poor decision, leads to another poor decision, where there's just nothing but a poor outcome for everybody. It's like, what's the point? So this energy is here saying, like, be very, very aware that you might be like, you know, energy flows where attention goes. So if you're putting all your energy focusing on the conflict, focusing on the problem, focusing on what doesn't work, you're wasting all your energy. Okay? What's the situation? Oh no, I can't believe this is so hard. More repeat cards in the same position. So if you are struggling with some kind of inner conflict or external conflict and there's no obvious solution, please understand that you're in a situation where it doesn't matter. If you're willing, sometimes the best thing to do is walk away. You know, wars and battles keep going until somebody either wins or somebody like concedes and walks away, or both parties obliterate each other to oblivion. In a situation like this, where if you're just trying to prove a point, it's all about like that energy. Like, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? If you're just trying to like win for the sake of winning, it's futile. It's a waste of time. What this is suggesting here with the judgment is that maybe the best thing to do is walk away, where it might feel like you're a loser. Like, well, if I walk away now, I lose everything. And this card is suggesting here, the judgment card is like, that might be the most wonderful, loving thing you could do. The situation is facing it by realizing like, wow, if you walk away and like say you abandon what you thought was so awesome and you give that to them, and then they realize like, oh, you know, they have an awakening for themselves. But with the judgment here, the situation is that it might be time to realize like how important it is. You know, we talked earlier about the power of forgiveness, the healing power of forgiveness, forgiving and being forgiven. In other words, it might be, here's an example, like you just tell the other person or the other situation, you know what? You know what? I don't care. It doesn't matter anymore. I don't want to deal with this BS. This is not good. I want to be happy. I want to live. I want to love. I want to be happy now. I want to plant seeds for happiness in the future. And all of this is doing is stopping any of that happen. So you know what? I don't care if I'm the loser here, according to your description or how I feel. And I don't care if you walk away all gloating and thinking that you're the winner. I don't care anymore. I forgive you. You can have it all. Goodbye. Thank you very much. And in turn, I forgive myself for messing up in whatever way I messed up, because I don't want any of this anymore. I just want to move on and start from scratch. So the way to do that is forgive and be forgiven. Forgive and be forgiven. Forgive and be forgiven. And then you have complete, utter redemption. Start from scratch. It's just like going to bankruptcy court after making years of terrible decisions or other things happening to you. And the bankruptcy judge says, you know what? Okay, you filed, you're eligible. Here, you're clear. Just go. Just go. All your debts are wiped away. There's no point. No one's ever going to get repaid. You messed up, but you are forgiven. Just don't do that again. Okay? Next, please. So that's kind of what we're talking about here. What's the challenge? Gosh, there's so many major arcana here tonight. I don't get it. I think, again, it must be something to do with these energies. These energies are so strong that a lot of people might be feeling as though their lives are being swept along by fate. Like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to make really important decisions when all these decisions and all of this energy is happening to me? Well, please understand, you have to find ways to learn how to ride these big waves, because they're there. They're not going to stop just because you're uncomfortable. Okay. Same with this. This is even bigger. You know. So the challenge for you might be, GM, that you're scared to lose your power. You're scared to lose your ability to just wave a magic wand and make stuff happen, because you might have been really good at just like getting your own way and succeeding and achieving uh, and winning. But now it's coming to the point where, like, well, what are you actually winning? And is it really worth winning? And so if you're struggling with the whole idea of redemption, of forgiving and being forgiven, or if you were the perpetrator and now you are being forgiven and then you are now challenged to forgive, do you see what I'm talking about? The reciprocal energy here. Either way you look at it, the really scary part might be the realization about, like, wow, I could lose all my power here. I could lose all my magicianship. I could lose all of my, like, skills and my talents and my abilities and my resources, everything. Yeah, it might be scary, but it might not. Maybe that's just all in your imagination. That's fear. That's fear speaking. You know, this is an amazing card, the Magician, but it's in the place of fear and challenges. So you might be really frightened that you don't have the abilities or skills to cope in this situation. So how are we going to deal with that? Holy bleep. Okay, my feeling here is to accept it. And if it means forgiving and forgetting and moving on, if it's a relationship situation where you might feel completely disempowered, or if it's a job or a family member that's being lost or something like that, it's overwhelming and it feels totally disempowering and there's nothing you can do about it no matter what. Again, my feeling here is to treat it as a chance for, like, going, like there's nowhere else to go. You know, with the Hermit card here, the way to handle it is it's almost like going through a really brutal process to understand that um like this thing is inside of you. Like, if there have been big losses, if you're scared of losing all your abilities to manifest, if you're scared of being forgiven and then having to forgive, or if you're scared of forgiving and then asking for forgiveness, sure, that's a big deal. And you might be frightened that you'd lose everything in the process. But like with the Hermit here, my feeling is that it's like this is something that you need to know at the very, very depths and the core of your soul. And maybe you're going through like really big, important, life-changing events and circumstances here right now that seem to be happening to you in such a way that you don't like and that you might be resisting. And yet it's almost like resisting is the worst thing you could do. And then allowing this to happen and then realizing that then maybe this is something that really, really needed to be learned deep down at the very core and in the depths of the inside of you. And it could only have been learned through some extremely tough, challenging circumstances, events, and lessons. Okay? And then, because there's nowhere else to go, there's nowhere to hide, you're at the very core of you. There's only you and you. You can't blame them, blame them, blame them. It's only, everything's on you. And then you realize, oh my God, it's true. Everything is on me. It all comes down to my decisions in the end anyway. Oh no. So please don't be scared of this. Eventually, we all have to come to the point where we realize we are on our own. We are our own unique beings. And as scary and as frightening as that might be, it's like the whole awareness of like, oh my gosh, there's you, and then there's the rest of the world. But people don't like that because it can feel very frightening and lonely when you realize it's just like you're the center of your own universe, and then everything like happens around you according to your decisions. On the extreme, sure, But it's also good to know this. It's really, really good to know that you have an identity at the very core of your being, and you're not just like a kind of a blob flowing around with everybody else. I hope this wasn't too painful for you, GM, and you got some sense out of it. Like live as if you know the answers. Live as if you can handle being alone. Live as if you know what it's like to be you, even if you don't. And then see what it feels like. Get used to being who you are as an individual from the very, very depths of your soul, as opposed to how other people think you are or how you think you should fit in. Okay? All right, that's enough. There we go. So, whew, okay, let's put this back here. I'm going to put this away. All right, okay, hold on. Stay there, don't go away. I'm just taking a moment here. I'm just going to put on this little song just to give me another chance for another mini break, okay? I hope you don't mind. It's called Taste Your Dreams. Do 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 dreams your dreams. There you go. Okay, so it's just a little song I wrote.
If you wish for a simple miracle, if you wish, you can have it right away. All you need is faith, is the will.
Do-ba-do-ba-do.
Ask for it, and it will come to you today.
Hey.
I want you to be so happy. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Yeah. Da 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 da. La da 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 da. And if you wish to be in a state of grace, ask for it, and it will meet you face to face. And if you wish, dare to dream, you will find that it's easier than it seems. Hey, I want you to be so happy. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Yeah. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. La da 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 da, da 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 da. Oh, yeah. I want you to be so happy. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah, yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams, taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams, taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams today.
Okay. All right. All right, folks. I'm just going to do, I think I can handle maybe one more reading. I know it's kind of pathetic. Sometimes we do 4-hour marathons, and we're only at 2.5 hours right now, and I'm already wiped out. I'm really sorry. So I'm going to do something silly, just random. I'm going to do a reading. Okay, this is kind of a test, all right? So I'm going to do a reading, another little reading. Whoever writes this in first and that I see it on the screen in a way that works for me, even if I screw up and someone else did it and I missed it, I have to do it so that it works from here on this screen. As soon as I see this person, then they're the one that gets the reading. So whoever writes it in first, okay, because of tonight, we have a Sagittarius sun, but we have a Libra moon right now, very late here. It just went into Libra here on Pacific Standard Time. So right now, tonight, we have a Libra moon. Who here tonight has a Libra moon? 3, 2, 1, go. Libra moon. Who's got a Libra moon? Who's got the Libra moon? Who's got the Libra moon? I'm watching the screen very, very closely. Who's got a Libra moon? Candy, 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 you got it. Candy, you get a reading. All right. Let's just see what we do with that. Let's see how much energy I've got left here. Okay, Candy gets a reading. And today's the 10th, so okay, this could get a little bit complicated, folks. Who? Okay, this is too easy. I'm not going to do that one. Hold on, I was trying to think of another trick we could do to get somebody, but it'll go so fast. Actually, no, we did this last time. I think it's fair. Let me think about this. I'll have to do this one reading at a time because I'm really, really at my limits. I'm just being honest, okay, people? All right, so Candy, you are up. All right, for some reason my screen has frozen. Oh, no, it's not. It's just the delays. Screw that. Okay. Lena, no green effects. What does that mean? It means you have the moon in Libra. Okay, we can talk about that another time. Someone has the moon in Libra. It's probably easier if you just Google it. Just Google moon in Libra, you know, while you're online, while you're doing the show, while we're at the show. It would indicate that, like, your subconscious nature, perhaps that you brought with you from the past, is to behave like a Libra. Intuitively behave like a Libra. Be naturally accommodating, pleasant, likes to enjoy the good things in life, and likes to be in a relationship, enjoys being nurtured in a relationship, enjoys nurturing others in a relationship. But the lunar energy is kind of the unconscious, like the, let's just say your natural automatic self, your, let's just say your programming, you know, from birth. So you might be very naturally comfortable in relationships. You might be very sensitive to relationships. You might love having relationships. A lot of people don't. Oddly enough, some people don't want relationships. They don't want intimacy. They don't want all those things that a lot of people do crave. They want their career. They want money, or they want uh, whatever it is, privacy, something. But Moon in Libra, chances are subconsciously you would like relationship and would naturally be in relationship. Whereas your solar self, your sun sign, might be completely different. All right, anyway, I'm not an astrology teacher, okay? Please don't ever ask, okay? There's no point. I know people have been asking, please, Tarot Illumination, can you teach us how to do tarot? And I'm saying, like, I'm not a teacher. Really? I don't think I am. I wouldn't dare teach the tarot to anybody. I have enough issues as it is with the tarot. And some people have been writing in, how do you connect with lay angels? How do you train to be a psychic medium? Well, there's certain things that you can do, but these would be turning into like private coaching sessions or something. And I'm not really, totally geared up for that. I'm just trying to keep the little channel going as it is for now. Okay? Just doing a bunch of readings and just doing what we can to keep the channel going. Okay? All right, Candy, you're up. You're up. Libra Moon Candy. That sounds like a good name for a band. Libra Moon Candy. Wow. What's the situation? What's the challenge? How are we going to deal with this? Okay, Candy, what's the weather like? You're a smart person. You're going to make the best of it. Okay? The world. Okay, so my feeling here is that, okay, it's another repeat card, big major arcana. Candy, it might feel as though whether you like it or know it or want it or not, there's like a big chapter of your life. It's over. And all that's happening is your circumstances around you are just letting you know. You might not want that. You might not be aware of it. You might not, let's say, understand it, but it's there. The indication is that, hey, Candy, it's over. It's over. Okay? It's over. But also the understanding is that it's meant to be that way. It's on the understanding that everything is exactly as it should be. It's like laws of nature. Everything is exactly as it should be. So how do you know this? Why do you know this? The answer is because it can't be any other way. Things are the way they are. The reason this pen sits on this desk this way at this angle is because I placed it there and the force of gravity is holding it there. And that's just how it is. Okay. You might think otherwise. You might think that the world is flat. You might think that all decisions are in your life, all events that happen in your life are the result of somebody else. But no, you do live your own life, and it has chapters. It has chapters like episodes, like a movie or like an episodic TV show. There's a certain chapter that has come to an end, and that's just fine because then everything starts again. So don't worry, okay? Everything is perfectly lined the way it should be, and it can't be any other way. So don't stress about it. If there's big endings going on, please understand that there's new beginnings happening. And again, that's very, very closely related to this, okay? Especially if you're a Sagittarius, especially if you're a Capricorn. Ho, 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 ho. That's supposed to be like a Christmas joke. Anyway. All right, Candy, so you've got this going on. It's like the end of the end of the end, okay? But it means the beginning of the beginning. And these are extremely, extremely powerful new moons, okay? It's very, very, very rare that this kind of stuff happens, okay? In a lifetime, in a whole lifetime, all right? Give me a moment. All right, sorry, I had a little bit of a health issue. Excuse me. So, what's the situation? This is weird. All these major arcana almost all night. So, Candy, if there are very big, important decisions that are being handed down to you in your life right now, perhaps a legal issue or some uh, person or entity in your life, in your world, where there are big issues at stake here, where there's a lot at stake, and you're having to, let's say, just deal with it. In other words, if there's a court decision, for example, or uh, a legal matter or a relationship matter where someone has taken things into their own hands and they've made very powerful decisions that affect you, or if you're making very powerful decisions that affect others that have outcomes, then so be it. Okay? And this is justice served. Justice received as justice served. In other words, this is kind of neutral energy. In other words, if you've if you're on the receiving end of some kind of justice or decision and it feels really bad, then it might be that you deserved it. I don't want to judge you or make any condemnations, but sometimes we make mistakes and we really mess up, and then we feel the consequences. And it's not like, it's almost like not like it's personal. It would just be like, lady, you parked in a no parking zone for disabled people. Here is your ticket. Thank you very much. And you can complain all you want forever and ever, but if you parked illegally in a no parking zone and you get a ticket, then that's what you get. Okay? So it's like neutral. In other words, you know, the parking meter attendants and the cops, they're just doing their job. It's not personal. They're not trying to get at you. Okay? So if something like that's happening in your world and it's freaking you out, and somebody's making big decision there, they're saying, Candy, excuse me, it's over. That's just how it is. Okay? Thank you very much. So what's the challenge with all of that? Walking away, leaving behind something that you dearly love, on the understanding that there's a whole new spiritual journey ahead in which there is very little guidance. Oh no, not again. No, not again, please. So with the Eight of Cups here, it's like the challenge is like, perhaps, let's say, accepting the decision. In other words, you, Candy, might not really like the idea that something very big is over. You may not like the idea that somebody made decisions in their life, in their world, that impacted you in such a way that leaves you like stuck with, well, wait a minute. It's over? Are you saying it's over? It's over? It's over? And they're saying, yes, it's over. You know, that's just how it is. Thank you very much. No harm intended. It's over. And then you're stuck like, well, where does that leave me? Because you might have had so much invested in something that you really, really love, like a person, a job, or a relationship, or a location, or an attitude, or a belief, something or someone that you love. And then by determination, let's say by fate, it's over, and you're left having to move on, even though you might not want to. Your heart might be craving and really wishing for everything that you love and that you did love, and that you could have loved and that you could have had. But the challenge is that it's over, and that it leaves you having to move on into like new spiritual dimensions, probably where you've never been before, with and with the feeling that there's no guidance. There's just like, well, what am I supposed to do now? Where am I going to go? How am I going to do this? How am I going to be that? That can be very frightening. It's understandable. So if you're feeling frightened because of big changes and the end of something, that's understandable. So how are we going to deal with it? Okay, look to yourself. Queen of Pentacles, please understand that you're the source of your own happiness. It's almost like, who cares if so-and-so made this big decision? Who cares if it's the end of this big thing? Who cares if you have to walk away and move on and feel like you've lost everything that you ever loved? In terms of the universe, it doesn't matter. The universe doesn't care. How are you going to deal with it? That's up to you. So with the Queen of Pentacles here, it might be a very shocking realization that it's time to be aware that you are the source of your own happiness by your own decisions. Okay? And then once you learn how to do that more and more and more and more, and you make loving, caring decisions that are all about honoring yourself, respecting yourself as though you are the Queen of Pentacles and that you deserve that, then all of a sudden, well, not all of a sudden, but slowly, decision by decision by decision, that starts to work for you, where you become the owner of the outcomes and the good outcomes of healthy decisions, as opposed to being left at the mercy of other people's decisions because you might have been neglecting your own love of self. Okay? We really have a strong emphasis on this channel about a love of self. Without, I'm not talking about ego, vanity, narcissism, megalomania. I'm talking about just taking care of yourself and understanding that you are worth being loved, and it starts from deep within. So my feeling here is that it's really time for you to cherish yourself and nurture yourself first. Put yourself in a position where it's really important to understand what really, really counts for you. What's the most important thing for you? How can you best serve yourself in the most loving way that it shows in terms of evidence, not in terms of a concept, an idea. I'm talking about actions. What are the loving actions that you can do for yourself right now so that you're not at the mercy of other people's decisions and other people's fate and other people's circumstances, so that you can be happy from within by a choice to be happy. I choose to be happy. Candy, I've made a decision that I'm actually happy and I am very wealthy in my own way, and it doesn't matter about you or anybody else. Thank you very much. And now the question is, what am I going to do with all of this now that I own it? Thank you very much. All right. So I hope this helps, Candy. I hope you get something out of that reading and you make the best of it. Even if it sounds like nonsense, maybe it makes perfect sense to somebody else. Okay, I can't take it anymore. I'm burnt out tonight. It was like, when we told that story about the psychic medium at the beginning of the show, she's a professional psychic medium and she does psychic readings at corporate parties. And that's how she makes her living. It's very similar to what we're doing here at Tarot Illumination. But she's probably working with very rich clients, and from the stories that she told me, she does very, very well from this. So anyway, all I'm suggesting is that we focus on the healing power of decisions. Okay, as you can tell, I'm starting to wrap up the show because I'm kind of wiped out and I need to chill and kind of just switch off. So tonight's theme, it turns out that tonight's theme, I never knew we had a theme to the shows until tonight, but tonight we have a theme. Thank you very much. A theme. And the theme is the healing power of decisions. And not only that, it's the healing power of your decisions. Okay, let's understand this. It's the healing power of your decisions. What is the most loving thing you can do right now? Okay. So, anyway, thank you, Alexandra. Thank you for wishing me a nice evening. I accept your wish. Okay. Thank you, Mikey, for showing up. We'll talk soon about music. Okay. All you lovely, lovely, lovely ravers. I know you're all just a bunch of loony ravers out there. And the only reasons you come to Tarot Illumination Sunday Night Live is because There's nowhere else to go for lunatic ravers like yourselves. So you end up here. And guess what? You're in good company. Yay! You ended up at the right place at the right time for the right reasons. So let's do a recap of the show tonight, and then we'll call it quits. So here we are, Terror Illumination, Sunday Night Live, Sunday, December 10th, 2017, 7 p.m. PST. And what the bleep is going on? Well, this is what's going on. And we focused on a really important energy of connecting the dots, how to share and connect, how to expand and grow the healing power of love so that you're not on your own, so that you can share your energy and understand that you can connect like what they would call batteries joined in, not sequence, in parallel, in sequence. So it adds up. So everything adds up, as opposed to you having to always work as an individual, like, oh, poor me, woe is me. Once you join and connect with other like-minded souls, kind of like what we do here, because we're all on the same kind of frequencies, then it acts as a massive amplifier. And then you can send that energy out there through this antenna. Okay, you can send and transmit the healing power of love and amplify it and magnify it. Thank you very much, you dear, lovely Reiki remote energy healers. Love you guys. So yeah, so if anybody wants to send the healing power of love to Terra Illumination, bring it on. I will soak it up like a sponge. I need it big time. Just letting you know. The next thing we looked at, of course, was, you've seen this plenty of times tonight. I'm just giving you a big heads up. Next week, we got this, okay? Don't be scared. It's big wave surfing. Get in front of the wave. Get in front of the wave, okay? So you don't get crushed by the wave. And it's going to be an even bigger wave over here. Just letting you know, okay? Especially Capricorns, just so that you know. All right, so we did all that. I might use these charts again. And now I'm going to play a song, like a going home song, calling it quits for the night song, okay? So that everybody can go home and have a nice evening, have a lovely night out. It's been lovely here with you guys. Love doing this with you guys. Even if you're just a bunch of stalkers. I don't care if you're just out there hovering, snooping around, watching, stalking. It's okay. That's all right. If you want to see what goes on inside this, our weird little campfire, that's fine. Oh, screw that. It's empty. I need to put on some music. Hold on. Give me a moment, please. As you can tell, I'm doing far fewer readings because I'm kind of wiped out, and I just have to be honest with you. So give us a moment here. We're going to set this up for you guys so we can have a nice dignified farewell for the evening and go from there. So let's I'm going to put on a little dance song, and hopefully Mikey and Terra Illumination are going to figure out ways to do this. So it's like really like, hey, Brady, oh my God, Brady, I just saw that, the big yellow lights. Over here, it shows up on my screen. I just saw big bright yellow lights. It says, have a good evening, TL. Stay golden. G-O Gold. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so, so much. Yay. All right. So I'm going to put on a little song. Here we go. You'll hear it in a moment. We've played it plenty of times. You know, in a year from now, we're going to have a lot more songs, and they're going to be really professional. And maybe we can have CDs and people can buy them, and it'll sound like anything that you would hear on your favorite pop radio. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look here. That's what we wanted. Isn't this fun? You guys are nuts by definition, simply because you're here. As you know, I love to have my little glass of cranberry juice in the evening. Thank you very much. So that's what we're doing, folks. Hey, I saw you guys. You put another one in. 1111. Get it. I get it. Cool numbers, man. Really cool numbers. Hey, I don't know who it is, but thank you, thank you, thank you. You see what we're doing here? You get it? No, no, no. Okay, so dance. Everybody get up, get off your butts, and start dancing. Grab your partner and start dancing now. Now. But we are I love doing this for you guys. I seriously get off on this stuff. Okay, cool, man. As you can tell. So we're going to swap it out. Hold on. This is the part where we get all moody and quiet and kind of sad because the show is technically over. Okay? That's just how it is. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. The show will go on. Okay? No question about it. The show will go on. We'll do this another time. I love you guys. I thank you guys so much for hanging out and everything. And we had a really super crowd tonight. All the Reiki healers and the card readers, the remote healers, the musicians, the psychic mediums, and the strangers from the unknown, and everyone and anyone else who came along just to hang out. It was just sheer delight. Love you guys so, so much. And going back to this, the healing power of decisions, it's very, very important in the world of tarot illumination. Words, written words, spoken words, the thinking words that go through your mind, all of it. So that's why I'm so into the energy of the word. I'm not trying to be like a religious preacher here or anything. I'm just thinking about the word. It's so important. Your words are so, so important. And our words are so important. And they have consequence. So there you go. And we're going to just love your words. Cherish your words. You choose your words with love. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Hi, Rosemere. Hello, how are you? I just saw you. Hi.
Sing the word, chant the word, speak the word, dance the word, say the word, praise the word, feel the word, love the word, live the word, vibrate the word, shake the word, hug the word, breathe the word, whisper the word, sigh the word, love the word, sing the word, chant the word, speak the word, dance the word, say the word, praise the word, feel the word, love the word, live the word, vibrate the word, shake the word, hug the word, breathe the word, sigh the word, love the word, sing the word, chant the word, speak the word, dance the word, say the word, praise the word, feel the word, love the word, live the word, vibrate the word, shake the word, love the word, breathe the word, sigh the word, love the word, sing
Hey everybody, thank you so much. Love doing this for you guys. I just keep saying it, but it's true. I kind of get turned on by doing this. And then I'm always challenged about, so what am I going to do next? How are we going to fix it all? So I'm just going to leave this here for all you diehards. You know, it's just like at a really good campfire. You know, nobody really wants to go home, but you still have to go home. And so if there's some stragglers and there's people lingering, or if you're worried about if you've got stalkers out there, it's understandable, okay? So I want to leave on a happy note. I'm going to leave you with a Heyo song about, it's all for the girls, really. Guys, I'm really glad you're here, but a lot of the people come here are girls, and a lot of, you know, women have issues that guys don't have to deal with, okay? So I want to hang out with, let this go out with the bang here. Heyo, for fun, okay? So there you go, just like this. So this is for all the diehards who still want to party, but the show's still over.
My hair fell out, my heel broke off, I slept through my alarm. I missed the bus to night school, my stalker walked me home. I sprayed his face with mace and then he left me all alone. Tonight, I'm gonna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you. A lot in my relationships, I'm gonna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you. Shows and dirty games and pretty solutions, the pets and bags and fancy racks and empty substitutes. All the things they need is to let me trust me on my shoulder. Takes me naked in the ocean, living in the moon. I'm gonna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you. Getting tattoos on my ass and my arms could get me into trouble, leaving me rejected, then again pretending I'm to you. They all do. It's no guarantee that I will be accepted. I'm gonna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you. We're gonna dance the stress away until the break of daylight. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you.
There's still 15 people here according to the screen, so I'm just going to run it one more time for all the diehards, and then we're going to call it quits. I'm just going to put the fire out, and then everybody goes home, and you have a super week, okay, everybody? I'm going to see if you can see the lyrics close up. All right.
It was one of those days where everything goes wrong. My hair fell out, my heel broke off. I slept through my alarm. I missed the bus to night school. My stalker walked me home. I sprayed his face with mace and then he left me all alone. Tonight, I'm gonna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you. A lot of my relationships, they end up in the ditch. So I'm getting counseling for being another bitch. The doctor's pills he gave me, they make me trip and fall. So if you are the man you say you are, you let me feel it all. Tonight, I'm gonna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you. Fashions and elegance and pretty solutions, the pets, the bags, the fancy racks, the empty substitution. All the things they need is a man who throws me on his shoulder, takes me naked in the ocean, living in the moon. Tonight, I'm gonna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you. Getting tattoos on my ass and up and down my arms could get me into trouble, leaving me rejected, Then again, pretending I'm so good that they all do. It's no guarantee that I will be accepted. Hey, tonight I'm gonna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. Hey, you may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you. Hey, tonight we're gonna dance the stress away until the break of daylight. Hey, you may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Been lovely, everybody. Thank you so much. I hate to bust up the party, but I need to chill out. Need to uh, call it quits for the night here. Loved having you over. Loved being out there on your screens, being in your living rooms, in your cars. I know some of you guys watch this in your cars. I know some of you watch this under your bed covers. I know some of you watch this on the big screens. I'm serious. You've told me all of this, and I'm just conveying the messages back to you. So I am very grateful that you allow me into your living rooms and onto your screens. And Tarot Illumination will be back again soon. We'll do the best we can to serve you the best we can with whatever we've got here um, in the cupboards. Okay? So thank you all so much. Thanks for all the help. You know, moving the chairs, cleaning up the campfire, sweeping up the mess, you know, picking up the trash, cleaning up all the beer bottles and the bottle caps, and just, you know, saving the environment like we do. You know, that's what we do. Okay. Good night, everyone. Love you guys. Love you guys so much. It's been lovely. Toodaloo. See you again next time. Bye bye.